Hello and welcome to the DOWNSIZED Live. Who are you?
I'm jamming to the beat. I'm Lorraine Durham.
And I'm Christopher
Who are
Durham.
you again?
I'm Christopher Durham. That's me.
Hello. Welcome
Hello,
to the
everyone.
Downsized. We're live. It's Thursday night. It's 7 p.m. here in
Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's where we live. Yep. So it's hot here today. 94 degrees. Our upstairs air conditioner is not happy about that. So yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, you know how you know you're old?
How, Christopher?
Because you're talking about either directions or the weather.
Well, I'm not telling you my aches and pains.
Oh,
so
there
I'm
you
not
go.
that
That would
old.
be really old.
So yeah, we're here. So drop us a wave or a comment in the chat, and we'd love to talk to you.
Here we go. Donna B says hello.
Donna B, hi Lorraine and Christopher. Greetings from Massachusetts. Beautiful day here. I have some cousins up in that area. It's always cooler
Where
up
are
there.
they in Massachusetts?
Well, Boston area, but some in the Boston area and then some in Andover, Massachusetts, or Andover, New Hampshire.
Gotcha.
Did I ever tell you? Well, no, I won't tell you the New England story. Hey, we've got Naturalista20 says hello from California. Hello. California. It's always sunny in California.
That's what they say.
Mama7, hi guys. Hi, Mama7. I hope everything's going okay for you. Let me know. Mindy M, hi guys. Greetings from just down the road. Hey, Mindy. She lives about 30 miles south of us.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someday we'll meet in person, Mindy.
Yeah.
Healthy. It's Barb. Health. Sorry, Barb. Health at any cost. Evening, all. Good evening, Barb. Barb's in Orlando, but it's hot there.
So we got, looks about 43 people. So let's reintroduce and kind of do our little story here, just in case there's new people, because I do see a few names.
Yeah.
My name is Christopher Durham.
And I'm Lorraine Durham.
And we're the Downsized.
Downsized. I think we got this down.
Absolutely. Tell them our story.
Our story. So we are married. We've been married almost 21 years.
I think 22, but
going on 22 years. And about almost a year ago now, we decided to start compounded Tirzepatide. That was us in January 1st of 2020. We were on a cruise. Yep, there's us. Look at Christopher. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
So I've lost 50 pounds on compounded Tirzepatide, and Christopher's lost, I think your total 77.
I think it was 78 as of this morning.
Excusez-moi. 78 pounds as of this morning on compounded Tirzepatide.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of in maintenance now. Christopher still wants to lose about 12-ish pounds.
I want to get to 119, so 18.
I don't know what you weigh, so 18.
I want to get to 190, so 18.
Okay, so what do you weigh now today?
208.
The math is mathing. So
Yeah.
he's a 208. I started at 193, and I now weigh, I think today I weighed 142 points, whatever. So 50 pounds for me and 77 for him. We're doing compounded Tirzepatide.
Well, you are. I have done compounded Tirzepatide, Mounjaro, and Zepbound. I always say, and I'm sure I'll say it again in 20 minutes, they've all worked the same for me. Same side effects, same effectiveness.
You haven't noticed any differences from compounded to, and actually our online telehealth provider recently changed online or compounding pharmacies. So most of my journey was with Hallandale Pharmacy out of Florida, with Mochi Health, and now Mochi has changed for us here in North Carolina to Red Rock Pharmacy out of Utah. So I just got a delivery from them just this week, actually. And they're not quite as fancy as Hallandale, but the packing was very nice, very efficient, and they make a smaller concentration of medicine.
So I'm on 15 milligrams. It was only one shot, so that's a good thing.
We got one little vial instead of two good sized vials that we get from Hallandale.
The first week, so this was the third week maybe that I've taken. I think so. I think from third week I've taken it from Red Rock.
Red Rock, yes.
The first week I felt a lot of difference, and it seemed a little stronger. These last 2 weeks, it seemed basically the same.
Same vial, so you're pulling.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were pretty tired that first week, though. We had just moved our two daughters into colleges, 2 different colleges, 3 hours apart. So yeah, we're a little tired. But and I've only done compounded Tirzepatide. This is week 45 of our journey, our adventure, as Christopher likes to say.
I do.
So yeah, let's look at some of the comments.
Patricia
here.
Smith, if you've got questions, please, we're starting to get to a place where there's enough of you out
Patricia.
there. Make sure you put a Q or a question in front of it so I don't miss it. Joe May Ray from Ohio.
Hello.
Tatiana
Austin,
Flicker.
Texas.
I'm sure it's hot in Austin.
Did your boots stop working?
We were actually in Austin last year.
Yeah,
we did a conference in Austin last year, and that was pretty cool.
Yep.
Had some great tacos and brisket.
I'm not supposed to sing, though, because then YouTube might not like it, right?
If you sing too much, it'll demonetize us. Okay. That is correct.
Hello from Texas. Howdy, Texas.
Yeah.
Nadia. What's Gabby doing? What you doing, Gabby? Hi from Virginia. First live chat. I was born in Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia. Deb from Las Vegas. I think Deb's ever been. I think you were with us last time. So welcome back.
She's been with us a good bit.
Or as the YouTubers say, welcome to our channel. Welcome back to our channel.
Good morning, good afternoon, maybe. Yeah.
Janet says greetings from Michigan. So last night it was Christopher's birthday, and we went out for his birthday. And like the new thing for servers to say is this your first time dining with us?
I don't know if that's the new thing.
It seems like why do they ask that? Because if you say, well, yes, it is, and they're like, well, welcome. If you say, no, we've been here 1,001 times, they say, well, welcome back. What gives, servers? Okay. Yeah. Deborah Starnes, hi from Nashville. Howdy. I also used to live in Tennessee. Good evening from Clearwater, Florida. Hot in Florida. Donna B says you both look amazing and younger. La. Well, I did color my hair today. Can you tell?
There you go.
And I did straighten it. Christopher always looks the same. Well, I think, well, you maybe have some hair gel. Christopher has very naturally curly hair. Mindy says, I'd love to meet in person. Hey, Barb.
Yeah, we could do a Charlotte meetup. I'm sure there's some other people out there that wouldn't mind doing that.
Barb's in Florida, but Mindy's in Charlotte. So.
Yeah, well, that was Mindy. She's talking to Barb.
Yes, she's not talking to you.
There you go. Sorry, Mindy.
CC says, hi, guys. Just turned in to hear your live. Always enjoyed them. Going to head out on my walk and listen to you while I walk. Hopefully, I'll walk an hour or more. Keep walking. Walk to the sound of our voice. Hi from Ann Arbor, Michigan. I have never been there. Is it cold up in Ann Arbor?
I've been to Ann Arbor.
Is it cold there now?
That's where the university is.
Okay. Football.
I've been there because the Goodyear. There's a Goodyear blimp dock there too.
Yeah, we have a Well, we don't have a football game. I think one of our children is at a football game this evening.
Yeah, absolutely.
So college football starting off. So Health at Any Cost says, hi, Mindy, Donna, Mom of 7, all the new folks. Deb, hello. So, yeah. Heather Pauline. Oh, hey, girl. Hey, Heather. Heather Pauline. Yay.
This seems like a good size. Why don't you invite them to be a part of the Downsized Dish?
All y'all need to come on the Downsized Dish. Heather Pauline, I'm looking at you. And anybody. Or anybody who would like to. We do a weekly series called the Downsized Dish, where either Christopher or I, or sometimes both of us, talk to people about their weight loss journey, their ups and downs, how they've done it, what medication they've taken. So if you're on a GLP-1, you're thinking about it, you just started, you're in the middle, you're in maintenance, all of you, please, if you want to be on the show, send me an email to Lorraine. No.
L. Durham.
L. Durham. Do you have the little thingy?
I do.
L. Durham at folio28.com. There it is. And send me an email. I'll send you a link to our calendar and we'll get you signed up. Because I like talking to people who have done different things. I always get a different tip or a trick or something.
And I'll tell you, somebody mentioned to me the other day, they sent me a note, well, you haven't represented something, whatever that thing was. And I said, well, would you like to come on? So we have not turned anybody down. If you would like to be on and you don't see somebody like you, well, you could be the person like you.
Yep. You could be the person like you.
Yeah.
Great
Absolutely.
tagline.
I know.
Janet in Ann Arbor says at Eve nearly.
Oh.
Hello. Oh, it must neighbors.
They live in Ann Arbor.
Michigan folk. Janet May says, "Congrats, guys! Thank you." So, Rudy J. OTP, does that mean on the pen? Hello,
Probably.
Christopher and Lorraine, watching you from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, as I do my resistance training workout. Awesome, Rudy J. That's awesome. I went to the gym today. Rose says, hello from Canada. Take off, eh?
That's an old reference.
Rose probably
Bob and
knows
Doug
it.
McKenzie.
Yeah. Went to the gym today, and right in the middle of the step class, the fire alarm went off. So we looked around like, do we have to leave? And the teacher was like, yeah, we got to go. So we all went outside, and we tried to continue the class outside, but it was like 90 degrees. And then we're like, I think we're done. So
if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. We got lots of fun stuff coming up in the next few weeks. And it's been a huge week for us for stuff with all the Eli Lilly news. You guys have been following it closely, I know. Tatiana Flocker. Or Flucker, I guess.
Did you guys get everything straightened out at Walgreens with your savings card? Short answer is yes. Yes, we did. I had to go back. So this past week, there was some, Eli Lilly had some stuff going on. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure. I mean, there's 3 or 4 videos this week.
I lived it.
on all of it, but they announced they were lowering prices and releasing the vials. Turned out it was a double-edged sword, because the other side of it was they had changed the savings card so that new savings cards moving forward, basically it will be a $650 if you're not insured, or if you are insured and not covered. So that was a huge deal. And if you go read their site, it's really very fuzzy. There's no start date. So there's a lot of people trying to figure out when it started, when it stopped, and a lot of heartburn around the 5 fills and all of that. And after having lots of conversations, including with Dave Knapp, who had actually gotten off the phone with Eli Lilly, there's a lot of conversation going on with Eli Lilly going, you guys need to communicate better, which is a super good thing. But as best we understand this coupon, and it expires 12/31 of this year, so it's over, and then there'll be something new.
Maybe.
So no, they said there will be something new.
Oh, okay.
What that new thing is, we have no idea.
So if you guys are new or just starting off, so Eli Lilly is the manufacturer of Mounjaro, which is for type 2 diabetes, and for Zepbound, which is for weight loss. Same medications, just marketed, one for type 2 diabetes, one for weight loss. So if you go to the Eli Lilly website, you can download a coupon to take to your pharmacy. So if you're like us and you have insurance, but your insurance does not cover weight loss medication, you can present this Eli Lilly coupon, and it'll make your cost go to $550, which is still a lot. So, but then this past week, they kind of pulled that back. If you have the one that gives you the $550 price, hang on to it. You can't re-download it, but hang on to it. Because there's a new, they replace that with a new one. So this new coupon, it increased in price to $650 if you use the coupon.
So it's kind of a hot mess out there.
And then they said this one that's $650 is only good for 5 fills, but there's only 5 months till the end of the year. Both coupons expire 12/31/24, and then January 1st, we hope there should be a new Eli Lilly coupon in place. But basically, Eli Lilly can do whatever the heck they want, whenever the heck they want. So
yeah, if you read the terms and conditions on those coupons, they're like, we can withdraw them today if we want to. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Cheryl Sloan, hi from Houston, driving home with you. Thank you, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl. Can you take more than one pen to make a...
So I'm just going to speculate. So if your dose you'd been taking was 5 and you had 2.5s and you did it, could you? Yeah, you could.
Yeah. So, and some people have done that. So if you maybe get moved up in dose by your doctor, but you have some pens from before, you can add them. You can do 2.5s to make a 5 milligram dose.
No, that's actually a more expensive way to do it.
It's a more expensive way to do it for sure. Because
if you just want to use it up,
Yeah, I mean, don't let them go to waste. So most of these pens, if they're refrigerated, they have a date a use by date on there, and they're usually up to 6 months or a year. But
Yeah, they
check the
last a
date.
long time, so it's not. Nydia says happy birthday. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Crazy Cat Lady in LA says greetings from Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Kimberly Collison says hello, you two, all the way from late night London.
She's our friend that sent us
She sent us the box.
quick
and
pen.
I think she's getting ready to go to school to learn about this stuff. She said in one of the comments. I would love to hear about that, Kimberly.
You'll have to, Kimberly, you should come on the Downsized Dish and we'll do an interview. So Kimberly,
or we could just chat. You don't have to, but if you'd like to, you're welcome.
She sent us a box of stuff from the UK, and it included the quick pen that they use in the UK that has the. Is it over? Do you want to show?
Oh, yeah.
It has the little twisty pick your dose, or
And
turn to your dose.
similar to a lot of other pens similar to
there's
it.
similar ones in the US, but not from Eli Lilly.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was very nice of you. Thank you, Kimberly. Thanks for watching.
Mindy says, just wondering, do you guys actually wipe the injection site with alcohol before the shot? Full confession, I never do. So if you watched the weekly one, I forgot to wipe the top of the vial when everybody freaked out.
Well, no, just Mom of 7.
Well, you did during it too. So
yeah,
you know what?
You're supposed to.
We leave that stuff in because it's real, and you're supposed to, and we want to be as sterile as possible and not introduce bad things into our bodies. And
and with Mochi Health, I've got so many extra of those little alcohol wipe pads that when we take our shot, we just line everything up. I just do 2 alcohol pads, and I wipe the top of the vial. I wipe the injection site, draw it, we've got so many of them that when we go to get the needle, they're all right there together. So we don't forget, but sometimes we forget.
Lynn K. Lynn says, YouTube deleted my question. I'm not sure what your question was.
Your
Try
question?
it again, Lynn K. I'm not sure.
Oh, wait, I think no, it's somebody else. Living in the eye of the storm. Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. She's in the eye, or he's in the eye of the storm. Health at any cost says, Mindy, I could give you a 30-minute talk about why to wipe and how to. Yeah, I mean, it's important. You're supposed to. You're piercing your skin, so you don't want to introduce any foreign stuff, that might be on your skin into your, you probably should. Lynn K. Lynn, great interviews. Oh, thanks. You too can be interviewed by us.
Yeah, absolutely. Carol says hello from Fort Worth.
Hello.
Minnie says, I know I'm supposed to. Yes. Why? Try. The better we can do is always good. And I make mistakes.
Tomorrow's our shot day. We usually do our shot day on Friday. At least we have probably for the last, 20 shots or so. So we find that it helps keep our appetite in control over the weekend. Have you noticed any being hungry today?
No, I've been fine.
I made Christopher a pound cake for his birthday because his grandma used to make delicious pound cakes.
I don't really like cake that much, so it's not really, a birthday cake doesn't do anything for me.
I love a birthday cake with the frosting and which are about 30 Weight Watchers points. So anyway, I made a pound cake, and brain deleting. I kind of burned it, so it kind of stuck to the bottom of the pan, and I don't know, but we still ate it. It was still good, and actually, we had a couple pieces today during the afternoon. So I guess our shot is kind of wearing off a little bit. Our girls are coming home from college tomorrow for the weekend, for the long weekend. So I thought maybe they'd want to see my cooking adventure. They always make fun of my cooking because I don't really cook.
And it looks like, and I don't know how to say your name, Nydia or Nydia. I apologize, but thank you for becoming a member. It's a good time to just kind of mention that. So we announced, I guess, last week or 2 weeks ago.
I think it was last week.
Last week, we launched YouTube memberships. All of our content's always going to be free. There's nothing gated, so have no fear about that. Some of it may come out a little bit earlier for some of the members, and there may be some other stuff, but there's a lot of opportunities for you to support what we're doing, which we deeply, deeply appreciate. And then we're going to add in some, as you can see, you'll see some badges and emojis, and there's all kinds of fun stuff that YouTube lets you do.
Yeah, we have a private Facebook group that you can get in on a certain level. And then the top level, you can do coaching sessions with either Christopher or me for 30 minutes a month. So I think that would be fun. So maybe you think that would be fun. So yeah, you also get like Christopher said, the little badges to donate.
And when I see the little badge, your question
right
will
to
get
you.
answered first. So
See,
you
because
see
we
that.
skipped right over Michael Dietz.
Yeah, no, we love you still, Michael.
Sorry,
Dietz.
Michael Dietz.
But
Yeah,
Nydia, so are you?
put his question up.
She asked, "Are you using both the compounded and the brand name? How does that work?" So I have a prescription for Zepbound at 15 milligrams. It's in the refrigerator right now.
Yeah.
And I also get the compounded Tirzepatide from Mochi and Red Rock. Most of the time, I take the compounded, and really the pens are kind of backup at this point. We're going to travel. I may take them with me traveling.
Yeah, because of the shortage, because it was so hard to get the Zepbound in the locally in our drugstores. He switched over to Mochi Health. He originally started with Mochi Health. And then he said, you know what? I'm on this high cholesterol medicine. I'm on this high blood pressure medicine. I really want to loop my doctor in and like.
It was sleep apnea. There was a lot of stuff going on.
He had a lot of stuff going on. So he went to his local doctor, and the local doctor's like, oh yeah, absolutely. I'll write you because he wanted to write him, or he did write you a prescription for Ozempic and Wegovy about a year and a half ago. And the price was just, we were like, we didn't know.
Anyway, so they're the same dosages. I switch back and forth interchangeably. I don't notice any difference in side effects and effectiveness, none whatsoever.
Yeah.
I like the pens better than the vials, to be quite frank, but it is more expensive. I mean, I'll say if Eli Lilly's paying attention, hey guys, get us the pens at cheap prices and make them in stock, and I'll be happy to be your customer all the time.
Me too.
Let's see here. Heinz Feed is from Scotland. Hello in Scotland.
Scotland. All right.
We've got Tracy Robertson from Charlotte. So Tracy, we're actually in Huntersville,
we're
up towards the lake.
Yep.
So there's a couple of Charlotte folks here. See, we could have a little get together.
Have a little Charlotte party.
Michael Clanton says, who got the first vial from Lilly? I do not know, but that's an interesting question.
Yeah, so in case you haven't heard, Eli Lilly, which is the manufacturer for Zepbound, has released vials. So at a lower cash price.
And it's the 2.5 and
you
the
have
5s.
2.5 and the 5 dose. You can buy them from Lilly Direct. So you have to go to them, and I guess your provider can send, them the prescription. And then they send it to you, ship it to you in cold packs or whatever.
Well, do I remember the price? $2.99
I
and
think it was
$3.49?
$3.49 and $5.49, $3.99, $5.49.
No, it's
for
not.
The 2.5 milligram vial was a lower price than the 5, and they only released the 2 and the 5.
One moment, let's go to the actual
reasons.
website and get that correct.
Michael Dietz says he's 70 pounds down in 4 months. Just finished his 4th shot.
Maybe you're way ahead of it.
No, because you talked to Nydia. He's.
Yeah, well, hold on now, but don't read over there. That's more difficult. Hold on, let me get Michael a banner over here. Here we go.
Yay! Anyway, I just wanted to give Michael Dietz a shout out.
Yeah, I appreciate that. He's
a big
about
supporter.
30 comments down the road.
Down?
Yeah, because that's about a 5-minute delay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
RDK. All right. So the vials, I don't know if anyone's actually got one in their hands yet, because they just said that they were doing it 2 days ago.
Yep.
So yeah, if you get a vial from Lilly Direct,
let us know. I'd love
let us know.
Send
us a picture, or let us know what you think of it. The thing with the vials is you have to use an insulin syringe to draw out the medicine, which is what I do with the compounded medication. And it's a little bit.
You are correct. $3.99 and $5.49. Good job. Good job. You were correct.
I don't think I said that exactly, but we'll let you say that I was correct.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more involved if you have to use the insulin syringe needle thing. But, and I was very scared to do it when we first started. And I was like, I don't think I can do this. And Christopher had to give me my first shot. But now 45 weeks later, I can do my own shot. I've only given myself a shot in the stomach. So that's another another
So
story.
Lynn Becker. Now, Lynn, you're not the lady that I worked with a long time ago at the newspaper, are you? Because if you are, hello.
I know another lady named. I think we talked about this before.
I think we have. I think, but
Yeah.
apparently not. She says, since my 3rd week on Mounjaro, I've been getting large blood bruises on my arms and hands. My skin scrapes very easily. Anyone else have this problem? So, Lynn, I'm assuming since you're on Mounjaro, you have diabetes.
Oh.
That could be an incorrect assumption. If it is, I'm sorry.
Call your doctor.
Yeah, there's a lot of things with diabetics going on there. I would call your doctor.
Yeah, I don't.
And I feel like if I scroll down, probably Barb and Mindy might have said that.
People have talked about at the injection site getting like red welts or sometimes bruises, and so I've heard of that happening, but just in random places around your body, I have not heard of that.
Yeah.
Marlena McCall says hi from New Mexico. Hi, Marlena.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Archie's auntie.
I think we discussed Archie's auntie.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Hi, Carol. I'm in Fort Worth too. Lynn. Anyone switch between Tirzepatide and Semaglutide and back to Tirzepatide? Thinking about it to help tolerance to Tirzepatide and save money too, but we'll go back to Tirzepatide. So I have heard of people doing this.
I have heard. I mean, we haven't done it I don't know enough. I haven't seen any research on it, but what I would tell you is there is a GLP-1. There's basically Semaglutide in Tirzepatide. So a GLP-1 and a GIP, they're not exactly the same. So whether that works or not, I have no idea.
Well,
but it might be worth a shot. Definitely be cheaper.
Why would you want to go?
Because she's probably extended it out to 15. And
thinking about it to help tolerance. But I think you can. My doctor told us you could be on Tirzepatide for up to 2 years before the effects. Now, maybe you've reached a plateau, which is something we were talking about. So if you've seen your weight loss slow down or stop for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row, and you feel like you've stopped working, I mean, there's other things you can do. Change your injection site location. I'm
never convinced that does much, but there's lots of people that are.
People say that it does. I don't know, but I mean,
it's never done any different for me.
Yeah, I did see somebody say, well, if you're on Semaglutide and you've maxed it out, definitely switch to Tirzepatide.
Because it has the GIP to it.
Tirzepatide is better. It's better. It's got that other medicine in it. All right. We're team Tirzepatide here.
I'm team whatever works. So whatever the next one
Well,
is.
it's Tirzepatide for me.
Today.
Yes. LCE map. Hi, this is Linda from Central Texas. Hi, Linda. Sherry Clowney says, I took my 3rd shot on Ozempic and I'm
we hope you're fabulous, Sherry. Not sure what the rest of that
Some
is.
people on Ozempic and Wegovy report more nausea. I've just seen anecdotally than Zepbound. Watching from Arizona, Diana Reese Williams, DRW. I plan to do the podcast with you guys. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Email away. I've got slots next week. We can get you on.
Yep. So we definitely want to film.
We're gonna go on vacation on cruise again
in
September, and I'm trying to get enough pre-recorded so that they can run while we're on the cruises. So I'm actively looking for folks right now.
And we're gonna do some lives from
the ship
cruise. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe I'll show you guys the buffet and stuff, and you'll be like, "Oh, don't eat that."
We'll do these from the cruise ship, and I might do a coffee talk, or I don't know. There's all kinds of fun stuff.
Remember that from Saturday Night Live?
Coffee talk.
Coffee talk. Linda Richmond, Archie's Ani. I really enjoy your chat. The information is very informative, but was also watching some other, and make me feel stressed. Well, I hope hope we don't make you feel stressed. That's not our goal. I mean, I think I don't know. I don't want to talk about other YouTubers, but we just want to spread like the positive message of these GLP-1s and how amazing they are. I know a lot of people, I don't know.
There's all kinds of different people out there. There's something for everybody.
Some people don't want to talk about their journey, but I'll talk about my journey with a guy walking down the street or a person at the gym or somebody in the elevator I just met. So I don't really care.
Yes, you will.
Yes, and he's seen me in action, and he knows I will.
Fast friends in the line at Disney World.
I have made some very good friends in the line. You're in those lines for like hours.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry Clowney says, I took my 3rd shot on Ozempic. My hunger doesn't seem as suppressed as the weeks before. So you're on your 3rd shot total, like you weren't on anything before. So I think your body acclimates over time to the dose. So,
it's
you're
the 3rd shot, though. It's not acclimated. Here's what I say. And who knows whether I'm right or not, but I believe, she'll tell you.
No,
I believe that your body reacts differently every month, every week, every dose. And it's just the nature of the medication working with the things in your gut, sending signals to your head. And there's no telling why. And we just, maybe someday the science will tell us why, but today.
Well, and it could be
we don't know.
You didn't get good sleep, or you started an exercise program, or you're on your period, or, or what it could be like, or you're in menopause. Like there's a million things going on in your body.
Probably something to do with what's going on in your gut.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not enough science there today. So it's hard to say. But Marlena McCall, who is working is a clinical counsel that is working to specialize in GLP-1s and obesity management too, and especially in eating disorders and trauma.
Oh,
maybe
wow.
Marlena knows. Who knows?
Yeah,
we'd love to talk to you too, Marlena. That sounds like it could be fascinating.
Eating disorders and trauma. I've got some trauma.
Yeah, that's a whole big bag of stuff.
How much time have you got, Martina?
Yeah.
I got 40 years worth of trauma I could unpack. Might take a while. But yeah. Maria Diaz, hi you guys, happy Thursday. When I was hi Maria, it's nice to see you. So when I was 15, my parents sent me to a Weight Watchers camp in Asheville, North Carolina, and it was interesting that at that camp there were overweight people, of course, overweight kids, and a couple of them had anorexia or bulimia, and then gone the other way, and now they were overweight and they were battling that. I mean, there's just so, there's, I don't know why. I guess when you said
I'm sure that's
what I thought of.
Part of what she's talking about.
Yeah. And I always think, you get to disordered eating. When does not eating for a few days become disordered eating is my question.
I think there's probably an entire degree she's working on around all of that. That's a very complicated conversation.
I'm fascinated by all things related. Sherry Clowney says hello from Michigan. Hello, Sherry. Mindy M. Hey, Maria. Don Kowalski. Hey, everyone. I made it. Yes. Hey, Don Kowalski. Yes. We've seen you here before. Welcome back to our channel. Michael Dietz says, I'm learning patience as well.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah. And the weight loss. Oh, it's Dave Knapp. Hey, Dave Knapp.
Which is an excellent time to say we will be on Dave's channel at 10 o'clock Central Standard, or
10 o'clock.
9 o'clock Central Standard, 10 o'clock
Eastern.
9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern.
We're in Eastern time.
Correct. He's in
Central
Correct.
time. We're in North Carolina. He's in Iowa. So
9 o'clock Central.
9 o'clock Central,
Eastern.
10 o'clock Eastern. And that is my bedtime, but I will be staying up. So, but don't worry, Dave. We're very excited. I hope you guys can all follow us over to On the Pen with Dave Knapp a few hours from now. Yeah.
Good to see you, Dave.
Yeah. Jazzy, let's go. LFG, Jazzy. Yeah. Kimberly Rogers, I finally made it alive. Good evening, everyone. But on Mounjaro since April, my A1C is back to normal. Confetti. Only 7 pounds from my goal weight. That's excellent. That is awesome. Awesome. 1 to 2 pounds a week is the average weight loss on these medications, and it can seem slow, but it adds up. I lost on my journey of losing 50 pounds. I lost an average of 1.58 a week. I think I figured out.
There we go. And Dave's getting lots of love. Dave Hartz. Hello, Michigan. OTP in the house.
Yay. On the Pen.
Love Dave on the Pen in the room.
Yes. Linda Bookmiller.
Lynn Becker. Here we go.
I've already seen my doctor and I do not have diabetes. Good news. and I'm not on any blood thinners. Oh, this is the lady that was getting.
Yep.
But I've lost 48 pounds in 17 weeks on 2.5.
That's a lot.
And you must be a super responder, Lynn, because you stayed on 2.5, which is the lowest dose, the starting dose of Mounjaro / Zepbound / compounded Tirzepatide. You've already seen your doctor, and your doctor doesn't know. It's puzzling. It's a puzzle. Don Kowalski says 12 weeks in and 28.2 pounds down. Excellent work, Don Kowalski. I've been on Mounjaro 7.5 for the last month and opted to stay at that dose for the foreseeable future. Yay! Still pretty much symptom free. That's awesome. Woo woo. Yeah. So if a dose is working for you, you're losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, you can stay on the dose. So a lot of people do that to avoid going up and getting more side effects. Etc.
So back to Lynn for a second. So Lynn, I would be curious to know what your doctor said. My first thought would be maybe you're losing a little too fast and it's causing some issues, but I am not a doctor, so do not listen to me.
I don't.
Yeah, thank you. You're delightful.
Lord knows I don't. On the Pen with Dave Knapp says, I went from branded Tirzepatide to branded Semaglutide, back to branded Tirzepatide. Tirzepatide was better for food noise, interesting, and Semaglutide made my stomach feel more full. Interesting. So Dave's currently on branded Tirzepatide, so I guess that's Mounjaro or Zepbound. Interesting.
Well, Dave has diabetes too.
Okay. So probably
he talks
Mounjaro.
about that. It's not a secret.
Yeah.
Morella question: does taking yep. Well,
day 6. I don't think so. Again, we're not doctors. Usually you're supposed to go 7 days between shots. I think if you go, you don't want to get them too close together. I wouldn't get them any closer together than 5 days. I know some people have, I just wouldn't go any closer than 5 days. I don't think a day early would cause any problems. Again, we're not doctors.
But long term, just from compounding, you're going to add another shot at, there'll be another week in the year.
I've spaced mine out like 8 days or 9 days apart. So I've played with the plus or minus 1 day a few times, just if we're traveling or something's going on or it's not convenient or whatever. So I've done it. Eveth Green, I just switched from Semaglutide to Tirzepatide because I stalled for 2 months. Yeah, I that's the most common switch that I see is people going from Semaglutide because they just.
Yeah, I mean, in the groups, you're starting to see people who can't afford the Tirzepatide, and they're trying.
There's a lady I worked out next to at my gym the other day, and she started in. She told me November or January, and she's only lost 20 pounds on Semaglutide, and it's compounded. And I said, "Where are you getting your compounded from?" And it was a local med spa.
Yeah.
And so, if it's a situation like that, you might want to look closer at where your medicine's coming from.
Plus, I've seen just here recently, particularly a lot of folks commenting that they were paying $1,500 and $2,000 at a med spa because they were upselling them on all this other stuff.
Right. Yeah, my friend.
I'm like, you could have gotten 2 months worth of branded Zepbound for that.
Yeah.
And bought your vitamins for $20 at the drugstore.
I mean, I've been there. I've gone to these weight loss places and they say, well, you have to buy our vitamins and you have to buy our protein supplements and you have to buy, all this other stuff. And you're like, well, I want it to work. So yeah, I want to buy all the stuff, and then you're out all this money and you're like, so yeah, I mean, buyer beware. And really for us, I don't
know what you're trying to say.
Well, I don't know.
The only thing I recommend when you start is a good multivitamin, and you might want to have something on hand for constipation. You may or may not have constipation. I have never had to take anything for constipation. She does all the time. Anything else beyond that, you can get next day from Amazon, from Walgreens, from Walmart, from whatever, and it does not have to cost you a fortune, but buy it as you need it. And if anybody's selling you $100 supplements, don't do it.
I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can buy. So just, buyer beware.
And if you want to, I mean, to
The
give
thing
the
you
plug,
need to spend the money on is the medicine.
Yeah.
Save your money for the
absolutely.
Tirzepatide.
And I mean, we
However you
have
get
a
it.
store on our website where Lorraine has listed some of the things that we buy, but they're all
Yeah.
pretty standard. It's Mago 7. It's things It's
Yeah.
it's all pretty standard
If you're
things.
looking for I use fiber gummies. I take 2 fiber gummies every day, and it's like, oh, I get to eat like a little piece of candy. They're sugar free, so that's good. But yeah,
again,
it just helps. It helps.
You don't have to buy any of that stuff if you don't need it.
Yeah. Oh, and just that website is at DOWNSIZED.org, and you can go under store, and that it's just got a list of products that I like, that I've used, that I think are good.
And we're Amazon affiliates.
And we're Amazon affiliates, so we may make a small commission someday from Amazon.
Yeah, we will.
So, yay! Yay! DJ Bosnick says, "Hi, Dave and everyone. First time with Downsize Live. Welcome to our channel, DJ. Nice to have you here." Mariella with 1L. Team Tirzepatide. Woo woo. Also from Arizona. Yeah. I mean, I don't mean to start a battle between the semaglutides and the Tirzepatides, and I've only used Tirzepatide, so that's just me. Eve says, "I just switched from semaglutide to Tirzepatide. Semaglutide just didn't work for me." I hear that a lot, so hopefully Tirzepatide will do the trick for you, as it does for most people. So that's good.
Our new member there, Nydia, says, "I'm curious, do you sometimes find there's a bit of medicine left in the vial?
Yes.
I feel terrible throwing it away." Yeah, we don't throw any
it
medicine
away.
away.
Don't throw it away.
I mean, I've done a couple of different things. We have gotten so many extra needles.
Yeah.
If it's just a little bit, I'll draw it out and just take it. If it's
You have gone a little over.
and gone a little bit, I mean, I probably shouldn't, so don't go by me. If it's a good bit, I'll draw out whatever, take that shot, use another needle, and do the math and take the remainder of the dose out of the other shot.
Yeah, I've seen.
I don't throw any away.
Well, and I have seen these little bottle opener things where you could crack open the vial and get that last dose
I don't
out.
advocate that.
We haven't done that. We've just gotten it out with the needle, and you just have to draw it super, super slow. And in fact, Mom of 7 told us that when you did yours live, you were drawing it out too fast. And she said you're supposed to go super, super slow to avoid the air bubbles. So if you can get a pretty much all of it out.
And if you
vial.
pull the plunger all the way out and inject air into the vial, so it pressurizes it, and then draw the syringe out a little bit, so that just the tip of it's in, you can get the vast majority of it.
So you can take that last little bit and then go to your next vial and add it together to make your dose for that week.
So DJ Bosnick says, "I got an opener for vialing, had 15 units left." So
wow.
I'm not throwing any of it away for sure.
Yeah, I've never really,
That's
I just
liquid
always
gold.
use it. So I don't even know how much and people have asked me that, how much is left in your vial? I don't know. They usually overfill it. I've never really figured that out. Frank Castle says, "Hello from Sacramento. Just took my 4th 2.5 starter dose of Zepbound, and I'm down 18 pounds. Woohoo! You go with your bad self, Frank, in Sacramento. Feeling great, eating clean, and working out regularly. Doing all the things. Keep going."
Rudy JOTP says, "What's up, Dave?" And Dave almost immediately says, "Chilling with the kiddos." Dave's got small children, so
listening to
hopefully they're going to be in bed.
We have no more small children at our house. They've all grown up.
Yeah, ours are at college, so
we're sad. Dave, can I come babysit? It's a little bit far, but
it's a long trip to Iowa. I think Dave camps too, so we're going camping in a few weeks. We have a pull behind trailer. What is it? It's
our camper.
Yeah, our camper.
It's a camper.
No, the brand.
I don't
remember either.
We don't camp that much.
Yeah,
anymore.
but we don't, because our kids got too big. It's kind of painful.
We got a new camper in 2020 because that's we had to get out of the house, and that was a place to go. And
it was the second camper we had, though.
Then our children decided they hated camping, and they were never going camping again. But
we're going in a few weeks because my youngest daughter is in college in Raleigh, and we're going to go up on Thursday night and go to a football game and camp up there close to the stadium and all that fun stuff. Michael Clinton, the ketosis mom, was almost forced to titrate up by insurance. Check her out. Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't follow.
Rudy JOTP question: do we know if the vials are available only through Lilly Direct, or do all
Yes.
pharmacies say they are available only through Lilly Direct?
Only Lilly Direct. So CVS will not have these vials.
Mhm.
Only Lilly Direct. So again, Lilly can do whatever the heck they want, and they do. So yeah.
Lynn Becker says her doctor thought it was the magnesium that I started taking to be able to sleep, so I stopped taking it 3 months ago, and it never helped. He doesn't know. But what I would say about magnesium, and we've seen a couple people
ask about
magnesium, and because Mago 2 has it, or 07, I'm sorry, has it, and a lot of the electrolytes have it. It is possible to actually overdose on magnesium, and it's not a good thing.
Yeah, I'd look at all the things. Look at everything you're taking. Look at everything you're eating. Maybe keep a log and see when I'm a big fan of tracking. Keep a log of when it happens, like the dose that week, how you're feeling, side effects. If you had those kind of splotchy things, see if you can find any pattern. I don't know. And
the lady, the YouTuber, her name is Mindy, actually overdosed on magnesium and had to go to the hospital. She had to go to the emergency room. There's a whole, I don't remember what her channel is, but somebody out here will know her.
Work with your doctor to see what supplements you need to take. A lot of people just take fish oil because they heard fish oil was good, but maybe ask your doctor what is right for you. Yeah. But you can't go wrong with a multivitamin, right? I mean, again, we're not doctors, but
Mel Bethel,
I've been taking a multivitamin my whole life.
Bethel, one of our members. Thank you, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
Says, happy Friday Eve. What are you guys' thoughts on Lilly's next steps, especially with their new telehealth companies, Form Health and Non-AM Health? I mean, I think they want to be direct to consumer as much as possible. They're trying to cut out the middleman there.
I'd be glad to buy from them.
If they can keep the PBM's dollars, why wouldn't you? Yeah, I think the challenge, and David and I were talking about it on the phone earlier, for Lilly is just running the PR and the marketing and everything such that this all makes sense, because it just kind of seems chaotic at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they could just communicate better. I mean, there's such an active community, not just us, but you search on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, there are so many hundreds of thousands of people out there talking about it that they've got to go from being just a science and medicine company to being a brand and communication company as well. That actually,
did y'all see the Lilly commercials on the Olympics? Like they snuck some in there, and some of them were even like they were talking about their weight loss medicines, but you didn't know it. Like you're like, what are you trying? Oh, look at Eli Lilly trying to slide that little slick little commercial in there in the Olympics.
Well, it's the warm fuzzy. They're trying to make you feel better about
paying
about the big drug companies.
Joe, I need my glasses. Joanne Wall.
Solitano.
I lost 30 pounds on Rybelsus. Is Rybelsus semaglutide?
Yep.
Is it? I don't think it is. But congratulations. But then it stopped working completely. I always had food noise.
That's why it says semaglutide next to it. It says Rybelsus semaglutide.
But I thought Rybelsus was something else.
No, it's just the pill.
It's the pill form? Okay. Then it stopped working completely. I always had food noise. Me too. Switched to Tirzepatide. So much better. Have now lost an additional 15 pounds. Woohoo. Awesome. Yeah. So sometimes switching that medication up can really jumpstart your heart, as it were. Maria Diaz says, I lost 38 pounds since March 2024. I only have 5 more months, and then insurance won't pay. Ugh. But anyway, I'm really concerned of the Bible has stomach. What?
I'm not sure.
That's, darn you, autocorrect. And nausea, of course, constipation, and hardly no appetite. Yeah, so, that's why I do Mochi Health, because our insurance does not cover any weight loss medication. And so I go through Mochi Health. So if you'd like to check out Mochi Health, you can use my referral code. Do you have that little thing to pop up there? The thing.
Good question.
If you use my code, you get $40 off your first order of semaglutide or Tirzepatide. And my code, I figured out I was saying it wrong, but my code is QIYGOLP. O, the letter O, and then 8, and it's joinmochi.com, and you get 40 off. I don't work for Mochi. They give everybody a referral code. So you save $40, I save $40. Everybody's happy. And Mochi just lowered their prices. I think maybe because of the vials.
They had a good guess, yeah.
They lowered their prices. So it used to be, I don't know it off the top of my head. They lowered their prices. So go to mochihealth.com and check it out.
Oh, Barb at Health and Any Cost says Gift Health in Columbus, Ohio is dispensing the vials on our Lilly's exclusive distributor. There's an article in the Columbus startup teaming with Eli Lilly to distribute weight loss drugs for lower costs. So that'll be seamless behind the scenes for you, though. If you want to get the drug, if you want to get the vials at those prices, you've got to go through Lilly Direct to get them, and then they will leverage, according to Barb, and I'm sure she's right, Gift Health to fulfill them for you.
Archie's auntie says, I didn't lose any weight with Tirzepatide until I complained to my doctor at 7.5 milligrams. I started metformin too, and now losing 1 to 1.5 pounds a week. So you complained and he gave you metformin to add to that, and that helped? Okay.
And so we just interviewed another lady. Was she taking metformin too, Twan?
Yeah, she
so
was.
There's an interview that we did with a lady, or Lorraine did with a lady.
Of Twan's Life.
From Traces of Twan's Life, the YouTube channel that'll come out next Wednesday, that she's doing the same thing, and she was pretty interested, and it seems to be doing well for her.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about metformin. If that works, awesome. DJ Bosnick says, I've lost 53 pounds since March 9th. I'm taking 35 units of compounded Tirzepatide per week, moving up very slowly so that I have fewer side effects and adequate appetite suppression so that I can still eat. Good. That's really good. I don't know what 35 units translates to. It depends on how yours is mixed up, but you still do, right? You still want to be able to eat. You don't want to really go to nothing. You don't want to go below 1,200 calories a day. You don't want your body to think it's starving to death and your body revolts. So you do need to eat. I don't really like to track what I eat because I was traumatized by Weight Watchers throughout my whole life, tracking points. So I try not to do that. I try to keep up with my grams of protein. But yeah, you need to eat. Like a lot of people just, I'm like, food, gross, don't eat. Well, you have to eat. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 128 concurrent viewers right now in the stream. Hello, everybody. If you don't know us, I'm Christopher Durham.
I'm Lorraine Durham. Hit like.
Talk about GLP-1s. Please like and subscribe.
Hit subscribe right now.
Absolutely.
Everybody, let's do it together. Subscribe. Woo!
Absolutely. So we have 37 likes. So there's a lot of you that can still hit that like button out there.
Yeah, I know all y'all hadn't hit that button. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, and basically what that does is say, hey, YouTube, this stuff's good. Tell other people about it. So it's a great, and doesn't cost you a thing. So it's a good thing. DJ says she had to, or he or she, I don't know.
Moved down from 5. Oh, so you're at 5 and now you're probably like 3.5 because I couldn't eat enough. Yeah, some people just get really super responders to those low doses, and it just works for them, and they have to be careful they can still eat. So it's good that you adjusted, DJ. Good for you.
So one of our members of the YouTube membership, Mel Bethel, says people were wrongly slamming Dave the other day. So I mean, and what she's referring to is the vials. So there was just it just gets so weird around the vials, and people thought the prices went up, the prices went down, and all this stuff. Dave's drive to release the vials is absolutely correct. I'll tell you, I believe that wholeheartedly. Yeah, it'll increase access across the board, and there was an entire community of people on Medicare who could not use the coupons.
Still can't, right?
Well, no, but they can do it at the cash price, so they can.
Right, for the vials.
It's huge for those folks, and. I think we have to increase accessibility across the board, and I'm sure if Dave were on here, that's exactly what he'd tell you. So we advocate for better access, better prices, pens, vials, turnable pens. I don't care.
Yeah, because I think part of the problem was being able to manufacture the pen part was holding up some production Was that what Eli Lilly was saying at one point?
I don't know that they ever said that, but that was the speculation.
That was the guess. So we want everyone to have access to this medication. It's life-changing.
Yeah.
Highly, I can't speak high enough of it. It has changed our lives.
Shorty, who's also a member, thank you very much. Shorty says,
Hey,
good
Shorty.
evening, all. Hello, Shorty. Archie's auntie says yes, the metformin help.
That's good.
And Barb says, are you diabetic? That's often prescribed. So there's a whole see, this is what happens is there are people out there that know more about this stuff in the chat than we do.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
We're not doctors. We're not medical professionals. Health at any cost. Barb has some medical knowledge and training, so she is a good one to I love it when she speaks up with her knowledge. We appreciate it. Thank you, Barb. Maria Diaz says, what do you think I should do for the 5 milligram for the 5 months left for the nausea and gastric acid stomach? And only Zofran works. Sometimes I'm worried my doctor doesn't agree with this drug. You mean the 5? Was your insurance going to run out in 5 months?
I think so. Yeah, I think if we get here,
yeah. You know what? You should find a new doctor. I don't know. You have to. We're not doctors. We can't tell you what to do. A lot of people have switched doctors. A lot of people go to online healthcare providers where there's cheaper compounded medications that work just as well. So,
well, I think I had a conversation with Maria, if I remember her comments, and she was paying like $40 through her insurance. So,
oh yeah,
I may be wrong, Maria, and that not be you, but I think it is
with your yeah. So the compounds are going to be more than $40 a month. So,
you know what? If they'll pay for the 5 milligrams for then I would just do it. And if all else fails, you could double up and do you wouldn't want to jump straight from 5 to 10, but
something's better than nothing.
Yeah, I would do the 5 milligrams and
do what they will let you do for as long as they will let you do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And things that the thing about this is everything is changing with this, like all the time. 6 months from now, we could be sitting here with totally different coverages, totally different prices.
Well, and I mean, what we know is the Zepbound coupon expires 12/31. It's clearly on the website. So
yeah, well, and it did last year on 12/31.
Right. So something will happen. Maybe it'll all go up and they'll charge us all more. I don't know. But I suspect prices will either stay the same or go down. I think all of this price movement is going to push some down, but I could be wrong. It happens all the time. My children tell me I'm wrong all the time. Let's see here. Marlena McCall, I'm so excited that I was able to catch your live. I love your content.
Aww.
Thank you, Marlena.
Thank you, Marlena.
Mel, yes, Mel, you are correct. It was phentermine.
Phentermine. Yep. I did. Yeah. So my doctor prescribed phentermine for me maybe a year ago, and it made me very jumpy, very jittery. I didn't like it, so I discontinued. But I have heard of people using it with success. So something to ask your doctor about if you're interested.
Javier says, started Mounjaro, now my libido is through the roof.
Oh my.
Good for you. That's unusual though, because typically what happens is it impacts the dopamine receptor. So the tastes and the flavors of things go down, and often your libido goes down a little bit. So that, now, not with this one. See if I can embarrass my wife a little bit.
This is my tracker. So I keep track of what the week, the date of my shot, the milligrams, my weight, how many pounds I lost that week. I keep notes if anything's happening in my life, like if it was Christmas or I went to grandma's house or I went on a cruise or whatever, so I can look back and see like what dose really worked well for me. What dose did I stay on the longest? You can download my tracker for free on our website, the DOWNSIZED.org, under like resources.
There's only 3 pages, so you're not going to get lost.
People can't find it though sometimes. I don't know why, but yeah, you can download it. It's free. Make yourself a copy. Don't fill it out online because I don't want to see all your info. But yeah, you should go there and check it out.
Javier says can taste sugar in food more. Actually, okay, good for you.
It seems to have the opposite effect for me.
Well, but no, I would
sometimes
agree with
surprised.
that. I mean, I think sometimes for me it actually gets a little sickly sweet at this point. It's just a little too much.
Yeah, that's good. I get that. I get that.
DJ Bosnick, I don't think my vials have been overfilled. I just couldn't get the last bit out, even injecting air, going slowly. Maybe I lack the coordination, but opening the valve carefully. There you go, DJ.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to waste any of that stuff. It's like liquid gold. If you had the opportunity to get Wegovy covered by your insurance, would you switch or stay on Tirzepatide? I mean, if I could pay $0 for Wegovy, I'd try it. I mean, otherwise you'd be paying, at the pharmacy $5.50 for Zepbound or Mounjaro. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, free is definitely better than $5.50. So I would probably try it, but you might have different side effects. It might not work as well for you.
And when you really dive in, and I don't know if Dave's still on here or not, but when you really dive into the research between Semaglutide and Tirzepatide, they weren't really conducted the same. And a lot of people have very similar results on Semaglutide. So if you're going to give it to me free, sure, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Free is good.
There's one for you.
Val M, not always eating. Oh my. Oh my. So we have more time and energy for sex. You don't say that, Val. Don Kowalski says, y'all, Semaglutide, Tirzepatide brand or reputable compound, pen valve habit with, without. It's all good if it works for you. Yes. What's important is to be healthy and supportive of others. Yes. Thank you, Don. Absolutely. So everybody's different. Not what works for me. It's not going to be necessarily what works for him or for you. Or so you are the expert on you. So, keep notes, keep track of what works for you, what doesn't. It's James from Australia. Hello from Melbourne. Hey, difficult nerd. How are you today? Or maybe it's tomorrow in Australia.
It is.
Tell us what it's like in the future, James. Just kidding.
So Maria, so I want to continue to stay on it. Today I got it for free, but I can't handle the 5 milligram. Makes me nauseous. I don't want to stop the 5 milligram. I can't go up. I would be so sick. So this might be where you want to have your doctor send in your prescription to Lilly Direct and get it by the vial, because then you could draw out a smaller dose.
Yeah.
Would be my thought.
Yeah. A lot of people on the compound draw, microdose out of the
And that wouldn't really be a microdose.
No, but I mean,
inject 2.5 instead of 5.
Exactly. Barb says, I do pay $0 for Ozempic and I'm choosing to stay on Tirzepatide compounded. Yeah, Barb's currently, I think, going back and forth with her insurance, trying to get things covered. So, I mean, you can always write a letter to your insurance company, call them, have your doctor write a letter. It could be helpful.
Oh, Javier says, I'm using Tirzepatide as an experiment. I do recreational bodybuilding, and I'm using it to see if there's an improvement in body composition using it while cutting weight versus normal weight loss. So, Javier, don't want to be judgy, but this is a prescription medication, and if you are taking this without a prescription from a physician, you should not be. Period. It's dangerous, and you could hurt yourself. Don't want anybody to get hurt. It's not a recreational thing. Please be very, very, very careful. I don't know what you weigh or what your health is, so I'm not going to get involved in that, but this is a prescription medication, and make sure that you're working with a doctor to take this. Maria Diaz says, I take Zofran, but nothing else helps for me. Yeah, you're going to have to talk to your insurance company, I think.
Sarah Budd says, I buy my health insurance on the marketplace, us too, and I don't think any of the offered plans cover weight loss meds. They don't, for us anyway. I'll be curious to see if any offer coverage once enrollment opens for next year. Yeah, if you find one, send me a message and let me know.
State by state, though.
I know it's state by state.
So, I mean, that's
there's none for us in North Carolina. I don't think. If somebody knows something, let me know. But I've checked around and I couldn't find one.
Well, so that's the challenge is people keep saying, well, it's your employer. It's your employer. Well, we own our own business, so we are the employer. There was no choice for us in the marketplace that included it.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to have to, bring some choices forward to even have it be an opportunity.
They'd cover bariatric surgery.
Yeah, which is crazy. They'll cut me open. Well, not now, but when I was 77
yeah, and
pounds ago.
that's what your doctor said too.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing is it would cover bariatric surgery, but it would not cover Zepbound. Does that make sense? No, it does not make sense.
So Angie, do you think Bernie Sanders can make them lower prices? So I did a video on Bernie just wrote a scathing letter, and I did a video on that. Hopefully you saw that. First of all, it's not really Bernie, although Bernie is the spokesperson. He's the head of a committee that's in our government that's out there raising hell. That same committee, so it's the HELP committee, the health education, I won't get the letters right, was able to get insulin prices down and has made some differences in other places. So it's possible. Our government is never the most effective, so I wouldn't put a bet on it. But
my dad was texting me the other day. I was scrolling back to see what he says. I thought you might be interested that the price of the drugs in Germany and Denmark is 10 to 15 times less. Yeah, I know, Dad. So, it's so much cheaper in Canada, in the UK, in Germany. Why they got to charge us $1,200 cash price in US or $550?
Yeah, I think what may happen is that his committee may help to enact some regulations that enforce transparency on the entire healthcare system, such that they can say you can only do X, Y, and Z. And companies are still profitable, but they understand where the drug maker makes money, where the distributor makes money, where the PBM makes money, or if we even need PBMs. I don't think we do.
Pharmacy benefit managers.
Yeah, pharmacy benefit managers, where the drugstore makes money. And I think that's one of the things they're looking at to try and figure out where the cost is coming from. And everybody's pointing fingers. So Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk are saying it's the PBMs. The PBMs are, they're all doing this.
I like that Bernie has called attention to this problem, and people are talking about it. So, before we went on this medication, I didn't know what a pharmacy benefit manager was. I just got my prescription. I went to CVS. I brought my medicine home. I'd never heard of things like prior authorizations, and so it just got very complicated with these high-priced drugs because insurance companies don't want to cover them.
I think anywhere that we can advocate for better healthcare and healthcare reform and transparency and pricing and all of those things is good for the system and for the people. And we've got to build a system that, instead of reacting to disease, actually attempts to be in front of it and is trying to manage things.
I mean, obesity causes so many other comorbidities that you'd think they'd want to eliminate obesity, because then in the long run, they'd end up paying less for all these other
Well, the problem is they're all publicly traded companies, and they only actually care about what their stock price is today, not about what your health is tomorrow.
They're health companies that don't care about my health. Thanks.
Yeah.
Difficult Nerd says, having lost 23 kilograms, which is 50 pounds, last weekend I moved house, and it was surprising how much easier it was to clean the old apartment. Getting up and down, carrying things, seemed like I had more energy. Well, I'm sure you did. I mean, pick something up that's 50 pounds and carry it around. That's what you were carrying around on your body. So now it's definitely easier.
In the United States, if you went to a home improvement store, that would basically be a little more than a bag of concrete.
How much? A bag of concrete, 50 pounds?
It's about 45.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. RL Maverick. Howdy, y'all. Hope everyone is doing well. AM Nelson, first time on your live.
Oh.
Thank you so much for all your videos. I start my first dose of compounded Tirzepatide tomorrow. You got this. Just be patient, stick it out. Don't expect it to happen immediately.
I made a video a while back of giving myself a shot on the compounded. If you want to go back and look, I was still a little nervous making that video. It's been some weeks ago, but yeah, we've got a lot of stuff online you can look at if you need some encouragement. Our cat just walked in. And
Lorraine always says basically 1 to 2 pounds a week is a realistic expectation. You may lose more than that your first week. You may lose nothing. So just it's a marathon,
give it
not
some
a sprint.
time. Oh, here's
Oh,
Kitty.
here's Kitty. You might have saw JoJo in my short today.
Say hi, Joe. RL says, hey, and just started compound a few days ago. No issues so far. Hopefully you have same experience. Yay. Joanna Ledoux says, yeah, late but made alive. Thank you for joining us. Kitty tail is in my face. Lorraine, you're all, thanks. Well, I think the lighting's good, or I don't know. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think when someone gives you a compliment, you're just supposed to say thank you and go on. So thank you. Angie says, I have multiple autoimmune diseases. Have heard this drug is good for decreasing inflammation. I think so. Any resources or personal accounts that you're aware of this drug being used for autoimmune symptoms? Autoimmune symptoms. I don't
There's a little bit
know.
of research floating around out there. We may have had a news story here or there, and I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look.
Mm-hmm.
In the Facebook groups, every once in a while will see somebody say they have Hashimoto's or one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And there's certainly a lot around PCOS, which isn't quite the same thing, I know, but I mean, basically every week we do it. We do news, and there is another research story about it doing something else, helping Alzheimer's, sleep apnea, all kinds of crazy stuff. So
I wouldn't be surprised if it was good for that, but
Yeah.
again, we don't know.
David Harrison.
Hey guys, better late than never. Hello, GLP-1 friends. Hello, David.
And Jasmine's going to answer the question. There
I
you
have
go.
Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and it's helped me so much with inflammation. So there's someone. Thank you, Jasmine, for that comment. It's very helpful. Thank you. Michael Dietz says, thanks for the live chat. I've missed it for a few weeks. Hope to catch you both next week. Thanks for all your content.
All right. And then we're up to 141 viewers. This might be the most we've ever had.
Hit subscribe.
Hit like and subscribe. Absolutely.
Right?
We've got 65 likes.
Go ahead. You know you want to. Everybody's doing it.
It's just telling YouTube, hey, these guys are cool. Share. Maria Diaz says she cannot afford
compound vials, so now I'm getting it for free. Free is good for 5 more months. So I just need to see what can really help with the nausea. Yeah, you mentioned Zofran. That's a prescription from your doctor.
And you might try. I mean, there's ginger chews. Some people do apple juice. Some people do ginger. I mean, there's a bunch of those sort of home remedies that might be worth trying. I was always a big fan of rice Chex and Cheerios. I'll tell you. And
you like Cheerios when you're sick.
Well, it's just that little bit of, and you don't even eat much. And I know it's carbs. Don't be afraid of it. But that little bit just, I mean, a handful. It's not even enough to matter. Dawn wants to know how the kids are doing. The kids are doing great. So both of ours are just started. The youngest started college, and the older one is in her second year of college. They seem to be liking it. They're going to come home tomorrow for the long weekend.
Yeah, our youngest daughter is taking a course in logic, or the course is logic, like it's a math logic class. I never took that one, so I'm really sure. And she got 100 on her first quiz. So that was awesome. So yeah, we're proud of them.
What was your RL Maverick? What was your average weight loss at around 6 months? So she has her magic
refer
chart.
to my handy dandy
I can tell you for the first 6 months, I started at 285.9, I think, and I'm at 180. Not one. I wish I was at 1. I'm at 208 now. My first 6 months, I was losing about 10 pounds a month.
Yeah, that was really fast.
But after that, it's dramatically slowed.
So my first month, I lost 6.8. My second month, I lost 5.4. Third month, 7.6. Fourth month, 5.2. Fifth month, 7. 6 month, 5. So at the end of 6 months, 6 times 4 is 24, right? At the end of week 24, I was down 37 pounds. So 37 pounds in 24 weeks. It's not 2 pounds a week. That's about 1.25 pounds, 1.5 pounds a week. So, about 1.5 pounds a week was my average. Some weeks were better. Some weeks were worse. I think the most I ever lost in 1 week was maybe 5 pounds, 4 pounds. There's 5, 4, Yeah. So, I mean, I definitely didn't have fast weight loss, but it was very steady, very consistent, very demure, very mindful, very
Been watching too much
cutesy.
TikTok.
I've been
right.
on the TikTok.
Mhm.
Love you guys. Watch you all the time. I feel supported in this group. Well, I'm glad you feel that way, Maria. We are here to support you guys and talk about what's happening. I had horrible nausea until I had my acupuncturist do some NAED treatment on me. Haven't had it since. Try acupuncture. It might work.
I've never done acupuncture before, but
My
I
mom
would.
did
I'd try it.
acupuncture on her foot. She has a thing where her foot swells, and it helped her. It didn't cure it, but it was like a treatment that she had to keep doing every so often. So yeah, if it works. Jenny Harrison says, has not helped my autoimmune, but does take away my inflammation. I want my rings to fall off. So yeah, so my rings are pretty loose.
Yeah.
My wedding ring, I used to not be able to take off, and now I can take it off.
So mine, I had gotten so big I couldn't wear my wedding ring.
Yeah.
I had gotten a different one off Amazon for $10.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's wearing a different ring around. I'm like, what's that? He's like, my other one's too small. It's hurt my finger, so I got this other one. I'm
I
like,
didn't want to have it cut off my finger cut off because
yeah,
I was too fat.
Oh, remember when I was pregnant with our youngest, and my ring got too tight, and they tried to cut it off, and they couldn't cut through it. I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up. R.L. Maverick says, thank you. That is very helpful. I think I am on track with Lorraine's journey, about 1 to 2 pounds a week. Yep, that's my story.
Yeah, and then Difficult Nerd says bouncing around, same for the last week. Let's call it stalled for a month, but that's okay. I'm going to titrate up to 7.5 next week. So, I've been, if you have watched,
bouncing around too.
I've been bouncing around, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 weeks.
He does not keep a handy dandy spreadsheet.
I could look on my scale app if I wanted to. It's all the data is there every day, so it's not a big deal. But I'm kind of in a place where 208, I could be happy, honestly, if this is all I lost. So it's not the end of the world. I would really like to be below 200. But I kind of feel like the longer I maintain, the easier it will be to maintain. So I'm just kind of hanging out doing 15. And
yeah, I think sometimes people have a number in their mind as a goal weight that's maybe what they weighed in high school or what they weighed in their 20s. And I don't have any of those numbers in my head because I've always been overweight since those times. But I think sometimes people get stuck on a number, and maybe your body just can't get there again. So, have a realistic goal. Talk to your doctor about what your goal weight should be.
And the scale app says, when I look at it, it'll tell me my BMI is still clearly, I'm still overweight.
How is that possible?
I am on the high end of overweight at 208.
Men's weights are weird.
And I think I would have to be like 160. I don't even know.
Men's weights are weird.
I don't think I'll ever get to a weight where on this scale I'll get out of overweight. So.
I don't think mine says, mine just says I'm at the high end of normal. Because I changed my height, because if y'all have been longtime watchers, you know that I've shrunk. And so I finally got honest with my true height. So that meant I had to weigh less, because that's how it goes.
Now, when I look at my BMR on the scale app, I am almost exactly in the middle. I'm neither above average nor below average.
Yeah, I think I have more muscle than average. So my BMR, so your basal metabolic rate, is how many calories you can burn, like when you're laying in bed in a coma at rest, like you're not doing anything. It's how many calories it takes for your body to keep functioning. So mine is 1,483 calories. So if I really wanted to get technical and track and all that stuff, so if I was eating below 483 calories, I would lose weight. I think if I was eating like a couple hundred calories below every day, maybe you could lose so much in a week. If you're eating above your basal metabolic rate, depends on how active you are, whether you'll gain weight or not. And that's where that's what I used to do, is I would run for miles because then I could go out and eat a cheeseburger, and then it just all canceled out. But I could always overeat my exercise.
And so
I think I'm
according to
rambling on
this,
again.
my body fat is 27.1, which is almost out of obesity, but not quite. It says 25%.
Mine's 20. Mine says I'm in the athlete's range.
Oh, well, good for you.
I naturally just have more muscle than, I don't know. It's just genetic, I guess.
Yep.
Sounds average about 5 pounds a month. Me too. 5 months, 25 pounds. Yep. That's how it goes. Mom of 7. I think weight loss at 6 months depends on if you're getting close to goal.
Yeah. I mean, as I've gotten closer, it has slowed down dramatically. No question about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And Val agrees. RL's on the fence about moving up to 7.5. Maria says, good night, Maria. Good night, John Boy.
If you're still losing on the 7.5,
Hang out.
Stay on it. Losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, especially if you have a lot more to lose. I forget, but what your status is. But if you're on a dose, stay on it until it stops working, until you go to 0 for a couple weeks of weight loss. Tammy in Florida says, hi, I missed the first few minutes of the show. Well, next, oh, wow, it's 8:20.
I know. We're going to finish it up. Let's
Sorry,
see here.
Tammy.
David Harrison says May 28th.
I was 5 points. Oh, for your A1C. And after lab work today, 5.2 A1C. Mounjaro plus a reasonable diet works. 254.2 this morning. Still overweight, but a work in progress. You know what? That's all we can do is keep moving forward. The cat's knocking stuff with her tail.
Val says BMIs are BS. I'm
true.
comfortable at any weight. So I actually did a video about the new European proposal for a replacement for BMI that very few people watched in comparison because it was kind of dry. I'll tell you, it's fascinating science. Go back and find it because it's a completely different way to think about it.
The cat just bit me. Did you see that?
I did see Kitty's doing her thing.
You know what? You're the one sitting on my desk.
I think she wants to play. Difficult Nerd says down from 350 to 300 pounds in 4 months. Go, Difficult Nerd. Here, we'll give you some confetti.
Oh, wait, I'm down 350. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the number of the scale, but I do want to fit in an economy airline seat and be able to buy an outfit at Uniqlo.
Dude, Uniqlo. So when we went to Amsterdam a couple of months ago for work
in May.
I have never been able to, actually in the whole city, there was one store in the entire city of Amsterdam that I could wear anything.
There's no fat people in the
there's
Netherlands.
No
They're
fat
all
Dutch
tall
people.
and thin and beautiful.
So we walked into Uniqlo and I think I bought $300 worth of stuff because I was like, this is a medium. I can wear this.
Yay. I mean, well, and last night before we went out to dinner, we went into some little shops around in the place where we live. And they were stores that I had always walked in to look because but I could never wear anything in those stores because I was too big. I was always like a 12, 14, 16. And these stores are like smaller sizes. So now I'm looking at these things and I'm like, oh, I like this. This would fit me. I could wear it. It was like the weirdest. It was just weird. I was like, everything in here I could wear now. I've never, as a teenager, I was always such a big, depressing thing for me because I could never wear what my friends were wearing because I could never fit into a regular size at a store.
So Difficult Nerd, if you could get your body down to 20%, that would be insanely awesome. Body fat. Mine's 27. I don't know that 20% is ever going to happen, but that's a good goal.
James, do you work out? I don't remember.
James swims.
Oh, he swims. Right. That's
Maria says, I don't believe in BMI either.
No.
Maria, I don't think anybody should, honestly, but it's an annoying number on the app on my phone. It says
and it also gives your age, and it tells all my numbers are good except my age is a year older than I really am, and it makes me want to throw it across the room. So
the nice thing with that app is it gives you so much data. It gives you different ways to measure what's going on other than just that startling number on the scale. Tammy in Florida says, has the FDA announced any compounding updates yet as far as the pharmacies go? Can the pharmacies continue to compound Tirzepatide?
Yes.
So no, they have not announced any updates. And I don't honestly know that they will announce an update. I think what's going to happen, and basically, Eli Lilly said the way the shortage list works is the manufacturer tells the FDA whether they're in shortage or not. And the FDA says, okay, we believe you. And they marked all of the drugs, Mounjaro and Zepbound, and all doses available. However, the FDA kept them in shortage. If you look at the top of that page, it still says in shortage.
Mm-hmm.
So Eli Lilly sent out nasty grams from their lawyers to everybody they could think of, and several people caved because they were like, it's too much to fight this. It's not worth it. And then the FDA said, wait a minute. We didn't say that. It's still, you're still officially in shortage, and we are. Investigation wasn't the word they used. I read it on the post I did. I don't remember what the word was, but they're still looking into it, we'll say, and they have not made any statement. I don't think they will make a statement about compounders because they do not regulate compounders. Compounders are regulated by the state. I think they'll make that they will simply update the shortage site, and it'll no longer be in shortage at some point, in which case you have the two kinds of pharmacies, the A's and the B's, and one can make it in shortage and one can make it for personal use. I think the personal use ones will still be able to somehow. I'm not a doctor or a lawyer or a patent attorney, so maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think compounding ever completely goes away. It just may not be as big as it was.
I think some compounders might, some online platforms might close up, but we don't see it going away in the future. But what do we know?
Maria says you both look great.
Oh, thanks, Maria.
Marlena says she lost 45 pounds on Zepbound.
Nice.
Good job, Marlena. Jennifer, Nebraska. Is Nebraska actually your last name, or are you just in Nebraska, Jennifer?
Shortage. They say there is no shortage. Took me several extra months to get my 15 milligrams. Had to drop to a different level while I waited. Yeah, it's still hard to get.
And so if you are finding shortages like that, make sure you are going to the FDA website and reporting the shortage.
Yeah.
The FDA cannot keep it in shortage if they don't know. So consumer feedback is vital to it. If you go to our websites, the downsized.org, and hit resource page, there's a link to the FDA website, or you can just search FDA shortage and find it either way. Yeah,
every time you can't find it, definitely go and report it so they know that, because Eli Lilly can't say it's not in a shortage if we can't get it. I mean, that doesn't compute. So, and P.S. we used to live in Nebraska.
Yeah, we lived in Omaha for a couple of years. RL says she sent a request for a refill to Hallandale 2 days ago and haven't heard back yet. Not sure what that means, but I will report what the outcome is. Now, you sent it directly to Hallandale?
I think his doctor sends the script directly through the Hallandale portal. We don't have Hallandale anymore because Mochi switched to Red Rock. So I think they're getting, but I think all of them are getting so many orders. It's just taking longer than it did, certainly back in September when we started. I have noticed that.
I'll tell you, I believe that Lilly releasing the first two sets of vials were them trying to keep this stuff out of shortage so that they could have an excuse to get rid of all the compounders. I don't think they'll be able to keep it out of shortage. I think as we move forward, more people are just going to want this. So it'll be interesting to see. Maria says, LOL to funny Lorraine. Jennifer says, oh, in Nebraska. There you go.
Yeah.
Violet
Are
Grace.
you wearing something red that says Cornhuskers on it? Because everybody in Nebraska has at least one piece of Cornhuskers red merch.
That's right. We would go shop during the football game, and there would be no one in the store, and they'd be playing the game on
the loudspeaker in the grocery store. Violet Grace, I am late from gym. Hi from Chicago. You are awesome. I love your cat especially. Yes, the cat is JoJo. This is
JoJo does not look happy.
JoJo Cornelius. JoJo is a biting cat. So
no, she's nice. If you mess with her, she'll just tell you.
She has no time for your foolishness.
Yeah.
So thank you.
RL Maverick says, yes, my doctor sends direct.
Yeah. I don't know if you can follow up to ask them what's happening. I don't know how that works. Maybe you have an account. You can send a message through their portal or something. But usually, I mean, what Hallandale used to tell me is it took them, you had to give them 14 days from the time the order's placed to the shipment. Now, it usually took far less than that, but if it's taking longer than 14 days, I'd say there's a problem. But if it used to take 3 and now it takes 7, Just order a little bit sooner next time.
Jasmine says, I love shopping during football games. It's the same here in Auburn, Alabama. Wiggle, wiggle, or them eagle. There you go.
Or Eagle. Yeah. No, when we went to Christmas Eve services in Nebraska, and people were wearing their Cornhuskers merch too.
But it was their nice Cornhusker sweatshirt.
It was their fancy sweatshirt. No hate to the
very
Cornhuskers.
good people. It was a nice place to live.
It was just too darn cold there for us because we're Southerners, and I'd never seen a snowblower before until I moved to Nebraska. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, RL Maverick says, "Oh wow, hadn't heard that info yet. Thank you. I am 9 weeks ahead." I guess in you, yeah. Dr. Payne Nestor. Oh hey, you can call Hallandale. Very nice. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how that works.
Well, so it is possible for a physician to set themselves up directly with Hallandale and basically send the script to them.
Elaine tried to do that with her doctor, but
I think it's a little bit
more expensive.
I think it's
than
a little
Mochi.
bit of work, and
Yeah.
it's not.
I don't.
You know,
Yeah, if you can get a good price doing it that way, then do it. But otherwise, go through somebody else. Yep.
What time is it? So we will be live on Dave Knapp's show on the Pen, Man on Mounjaro
In an hour and a half.
in an hour and
No.
a half, or at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time,
I'm confused. In an hour and a half.
or the other way, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
In an hour and a half.
Correct, an hour and a half.
From right now.
You
Everyone
are
set a
correct.
timer for an hour and a half to come, but we won't be here.
We'll be on
we will
Dave's
be
channel.
on Dave's channel. So you have to go to was it Man on Mounjaro
Yep.
on the Pen,
Yep.
Man on the
And
Pen.
so just to remind you, if you haven't
Dave
visited our
Knapp.
website, we would love you to visit our website, thedownsize.org. You can sign up for our email address.
We might send
We
you
haven't sent an email out
someday.
yet, but it's great to be able to begin to
Yeah.
collect the community, and so we can contact you at some point. And if you were on TikTok, a lot of those people got shut down, so we'd hate to have that happen. Love
Yeah,
to
we're not
be able
really
to-
on TikTok.
No, we're not. We're
I
not
was
there
very
really.
invested in Rush Talk there for a bit with the blue Kappa Gammas at
Yep.
OU. Was fascinated by this. I don't know if you were ever in a sorority. Look at these blue girls because they made themselves blue and kind of ugly and just kind of crazy looking, and it's. I just kind of loved it.
Anyway, so go to the website.
It's got to do.
There's a resources page
Yeah.
which has a bunch of links to Mochi, to the FDA,
Yeah.
to Novo Nordisk, and I continue to add stuff to it every week when we have resources there. There's our GLP-1 companion product store. You can see the stuff that Lorraine has curated, and we're an Amazon affiliate, so you can pick it up. You can also become a member of our club Downsized, which is our YouTube membership. If you'd like to support what we're doing, we appreciate it. And there's all kinds of benefits. If you click the join button there, and it'll take you to it and show
Yeah.
it.
Ah!
Oh, Kitty.
She just attacked me.
Kitty, what is going on? Kitty.
I don't know. I guess I was poking her a little bit. Yeah. So all our content is free. Sorry if I startled y'all. Our content is always free. This is rapidly becoming a full-time job for us, and I would love for this to be our full-time job eventually. So if you'd like to support us and join Club Downsized, we'd love to have you as a member. You get some fun, cool little benefits. And I don't know, check it out. Just click the join button. That doesn't mean you have to join, but you can just see all
Check
the
it
things.
out.
So
Let's see. Dr. Payne Nestor says her friend works there, and
okay.
she is in Fort Lauderdale. So hello to
Oh
Fort
yeah.
Lauderdale.
Okay. She knows.
RL Maverick says exactly. Your doctor must have an account set up. $875 for 10 weeks for 5 milligrams.
2.5 months. So yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yep.
Louis L says waist to height ratio is a better indicator of health than BMI. So as I said, go back and find, because there was a whole video I did on the new European scheme on all of that takes a bunch of factors that I thought was really smart. Donna Joe says she's lost 30 pounds since May.
I use Mochi, me too, and feel that they have excellent
Go, Donna Joe.
Yay! I'm in Georgia. Donna Joe, who's your online pharmacy? Who's your compounding pharmacy in Georgia? Just curious. Red Rock, I think Red Rock is fine. Their medicine comes through fine. It takes 2 days FedEx to get to me from Utah versus the 1 day FedEx from Hallandale in Florida. And I messaged Mochi and I'm like, I don't like this 2-day FedEx thing. Can you just make it one? I know somebody's paying for some FedEx here.
Yeah.
Just make it one day. And they're like, oh, sorry, blah, blah.
Dawn says, thank you, everyone. Great life. Keep up the good work. Violet Grace says, I'm lucky to have insurance and it's covering Zepbound. I have to plan for Medicare soon, so I should shop supplemental insurance to make sure they cover it. I'm already upset and it's 2 years away. Girl,
You know
things
what?
are going to
Just-
change 1,000 times before then.
Don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't panic. It's a long way away. We could have new meds by then. It could be a totally different landscape by then.
Well,
So-
by in 2 years, for sure we will.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
there's a bunch
Right.
in the pipeline. I mean, Tirzepatide should be out by then.
Right. So, yeah, that is a whole scary thing to navigate. So, yeah, I would say make sure your plan covers weight loss drugs. I mean, that's the big thing right now.
RL says, thanks on the pin live tonight. Absolutely. See you later.
Yeah.
Angie says, thank you both. Very informative. I just subscribed.
Thanks.
Lisa
Everybody
says,
else, click subscribe.
Yeah, click subscribe.
You there watching, click the subscribe button. Thanks.
Crazy.
I need to send you some catnip. I know. Well, sometimes I don't know. She just gets like times out and just goes crazy. And especially since the girls aren't here, and the girls will play with her and carry her around and do all the little things. And I don't, I don't play with her as much. So I guess she was mad. Like this morning at 5 a.m., she just stood below our bed. It was like meow. She didn't jump up there. Sometimes she'll tap him on the shoulder. Meow.
Let me see if I can
anyway.
find the link here.
Can you put the link? Yeah. So he's going to YouTube, search on the pin with Man on the Mounjaro, Dave Knapp. He's got a purple face, at Man on the Mounjaro. So if you go to YouTube, it's at Man on the Mounjaro. Christopher will try to put a link. He's Googling it right now.
Yeah, I'm literally.
Oh yeah,
Googling
look,
it.
Chris and Lorraine, the downside. Oh, he spelled my name right.
Hey.
Thanks, Dave. You're the best.
Yeah.
It's live in 84 minutes.
Yeah.
Put your timers on now.
There you go. I just
Put your
it in
kids
the
to
chat.
bed. Take your makeup off. Take your contacts out. Put your jammies on. Get a big bottle of water. Do all your nighttime things. So that when we're done, maybe I should come on with no makeup and then my jammies. No, I won't do
And
that.
Nydia, who joined this evening, so thank you very much. If I'm not saying your name right, please send me a note because
How long to wait between refills? I think you can start at 2 weeks ish. Like after you take your second shot, I would go ahead and like put in for the refill because I don't know. It might take, I don't know. Shot 2, shot 3. You don't want to run out.
Donna Joe says in Georgia it's Red Rock.
All right. Does it take 2 days to get to you, Donna Joe?
I'm sure.
Probably.
Violet Grace says hearts. Dr. Payne Nestor says I use Mochi. I'm down 38 pounds since May.
And she's a doctor because it says so in her name. Yeah. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, really just, I just never thought I could get to this.
Nydia says I'm saying her name correctly. That's wonderful. Thank you very much. So we will close out with Lisa Tipton and this fun little heart emoji. Thank you very much, Lisa. And thanks to all of you for joining us. If you haven't already, like and subscribe.
And
we would love to see you. We will be back next week, next Thursday at 7, same time, same place.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
And that's us for this evening. I'm Christopher Durham.
I'm Lorraine Durham.
And we're the Downsized. See you on Dave's channel in a little while.
Bye. Thanks, guys.